you're planning to be in the Los Angeles area and would like free tickets to Politically Incorrect, call 323-575-4321.
All right, we were talking about jocks, really, and I know, what is the name of your organization?
The National Coalition Against Violent Athletes.
Against Violent Athletes. Well, what a
Not all athletes, mind you, just the violent ones, just the ones like...
What is a violent athlete?
The one that can't keep together off the field. You can be violent on the field, that's great. Bash his head, whatever, you know, but take it off the field, forget it.
And what about the guys that bash in people's head who were never athletes? What are they called?
They're called
You got a coalition against them?
No, you know what? No. Let me tell you what. No, they're called convicts because they actually do time.
Fred, there is
They actually do time.
I think
Mike did time, so you can't
But there is
say
an
that.
indulgence of athletic behavior because they can go on the field on Sunday and make us all happy and entertain us. They let them get away with things that no other person would be able to get away with.
Oh, that is very true.
That is so true.
But let me side with Fred for a second.
I don't buy it 100%, okay? We don't say that it's not
Is it any more than any rich, affluent person could get away with?
Yes, because they get it when they're in 8th grade. When you're in 8th grade and you're a jock and you're successful at it, they start you then with the special privileges and the special everything and get away with
then you move up into high school and college where you have agents, where you have...
They don't do it with the little cutie pie girls? They don't do that from the 8th grade on, too?
You know, when I'm kicking and scratching and fighting people, I get away with it all the time.
Wait a second.
But I'm getting older, not so pretty, and people are saying, hey, stop that.
But what you get away with, I know what you're talking about. I'm saying by being...
I'm so surprised. Oh, someone's following
You're saying,
Yes.
You're saying by being gorgeous, you have a gold card to get in anywhere and do anything, and that's true.
Well, Fred said that, but I just elaborated on it. I'll give credit where credit is due.
Okay. But don't you think we're responsible for that as a society?
Exactly.
I mean, we created them. We're the ones who looked the other way when they got fails on the tests and passed them along every step of the way, like Frankenstein.
I think the fans should be held just as accountable as the athletes.
Against them?
I think the coaches should be held just as accountable as the athletes.
Why don't you take everybody? Just don't say
I
about the
think
jocks.
the administration should be held just as accountable because they're all drawing a line and saying, don't cross this line. Then the athlete crosses it. They say, we can take care of it, but don't cross this line.
What does your coalition do anyway? What does it do?
We advocate for victims.
What's that
And
mean?
we also work with the athletes to prevent things like this from happening. So it's not something where we're against athletes. We actually want to be a help and a service. When I talked to Tyson?
I said, did you
Or
talk to
did
Tyson?
I? No.
Why not?
Why
He
would
needed
I?
help. We needed help.
He didn't call on me.
That's the
He
way
did
it
not
works.
call on me.
You're getting the gist of it
Frankly,
here.
I don't have the security to do that either.
The doctors who examined him said his problem was low self-esteem.
Well, see,
What was
that's
that?
the thing. This is one of the things about the Tyson thing that really bugs me is that, and I don't really follow sports that much, as you could probably tell, but when I was hearing on the radio, people were saying, oh, you have to let him back in. He's bankrupt. And I thought, well, that's not fair because he spent his millions and millions of dollars on I don't know what.
He is so not...
We need to feel sorry for... This is one thing which really makes me mad, is where they have that sort of idea that the victim has, if they have low self-esteem or they have emotional problems or drug problems or whatever, that they should have more leniency than other people. That really makes me crazy.
Right.
But I think ultimately letting a man make a living is not necessarily condoning his activities. I grew up watching Evel Knievel.
Exactly.
Right.
He's a guy who jumped many a school bus on many a motorcycle. That wasn't a great influence for kids, but nobody tried to stop him from making his living.
But Adam, Mike Tyson saying he needs to make a living. That's what he keeps saying. He made $100 million since he got out of prison. He keeps tigers in his house. He's not hanging around the paint store looking for day work. You know, this is a lie, is it not? That he needs to make a living, you know.
I think you forfeit that right when you go outside of the rules. I really do. I think somebody at some point should have to pay a consequence for what they do, and I think, frankly, Americans are not enforcing anything like that.
When do the consequences end?
But you don't get banned.
When do the consequences end?
But how many strikes do you get? How many chances do you get?
Who is there to say how many strikes you should get?
You have guys in the NBA, you have guys in the NFL, you have guys in...
What were you going to say?
Oh, well, I think because there's money to be made off of Tyson, that's why they're letting him back in. I mean, people will go see his next fight, and I think that's what the bottom line is.
That is so cynical, Jennifer. I can't believe it. Okay, we'll take a commercial. We'll come back.
Whenever you call, wherever you call, wherever you're calling from. Now every long-distance call on Sprint is just a dime a minute, including calling card calls, even calls to your personal 800 number. And now you get up to 100 minutes of free calling when you switch to Sprint Sense Anytime. Come live in a world created around you. Call 1-800-PIN-DROP. Sprint ahead.
It's over.
Wow, a new Coach edition. This is going to be some anniversary. He's going to love it.
Introducing the Lexus ES300 Coach Edition with a Coach leather-trimmed interior, CD auto changer, moonroof, and, conveniently enough, a set of Coach luggage.
Happy anniversary.
Coach luggage, how thoughtful.
NYPD Blue, ABC Tuesday.
What's the big news at your Ford store today? You get both. 0.9% financing plus $750 cash back on every new Ford Escort and ZX2. For a limited time, you get both. $750 cash plus 0.9 financing on Escort. $750 cash plus 0.9 on ZX2. Or choose only cash and get $1,500. Low financing plus cash back. You get both. Together, they add up to great savings. Visit your local Ford store today.
The average car travels 12,000 miles a year. The average tires last 40,000 miles. The conclusion? Sooner or later, you're going to need a new set of wheels. Where do you go? I'm getting to that. A place with thousands of tires and the best brands rolling. People with diplomas in tireology and floors your grandmother could kiss. Oh yeah, and they serve a great cup of joe. NTB, National Tire and Battery. We're everything you want, nothing like you'd expect.
When it comes to great food and great fun, at Empress Casino, you can play all day long. Mouth-watering meals, delicious desserts, and an all-you-can-eat buffet, all at Chicagoland's most exciting place to play.
Empress Casino, 'cause you can never have too much fun. Woo!
All right. Obviously, because of the horrible crime that took place last week in Wyoming, gays are on the cover of a number of magazines this week. Entertainment Weekly has an interesting take on it about gay men and straight women, like Will and Grace, the show where there's a gay guy who's the best friend of Julia Roberts in My Best Friend's Wedding, As Good as It Gets. Helen Hunt and Greg Kinnear played the gay person, and they're basically saying, you know, America accepts the gay guy as the best friend of the girl because it's non-threatening and he's queenie and bitchy and funny. Right. Like Fred off camera. But, no, I'm kidding. But, I'm
Bill,
kidding.
you told. You told on us.
But,
Fred is the queen.
But America does not accept the real gay agenda. They want to get married, they want equal rights and, you know, housing and stuff like that.
Some sodomy sprinkled in, too.
Right. Well, do you think America's being hypocritical about this?
Well, you know what's interesting about the 3 shows you mentioned? 2 out of the 3 men on those shows that play gay are actually straight. So Rupert Everett is the only genuine gay man with a straight girl in those 3 examples that you cited.
Is he out?
What?
Is he out?
Rupert Everett?
Yeah.
Oh,
he is now.
Yeah.
He's on on the phone with his attorney right now.
But I almost think it's funny because I just finished doing a movie called Relax, It's Just Sex. It has a number of gay characters in, and almost every single character in the movie was played by a straight man. And I think, in an odd sort of way, that gay men feel like it's dangerous for them to play gay on screen because then people will say, are they gay? But it sort of like makes it safe when you have a straight man playing a gay man on a show.
But I think America's okay with it as long as it's our version of what's okay with it.
But I don't think Americans are.
Charles Nelson Riley running away from the ghost on his bicycle and glasses cracking.
I don't think Americans are any more tolerant of gays right now than before all of this happened in Wyoming. I think that it's something that everybody feels.
It's only been a week.
Well, but I think that it's something that everybody feels bad about, but it'll go away and people will still maintain their views on it, and I don't think anything's really going to change.
I don't know what the big problem is, though. I mean, the world would be a much better place if, let's say, every guy was gay but me. I mean, now hold on a second. In Fred, because I don't want him coming after me. I'm going to need protection, Fred. You're my enforcer.
I got your back.
They recycle. There's no violent crime. I mean, they're good, clean.
Taste.
They pay their taxes. They dress impeccably. They take a me day every once in a while, but it's right back to work. The world would be a better place.
And this is why women are always attracted to gay men, and then we find out, and then, you know, nothing we can do.
Right. What do you think, Fred? You've been quiet on the gay issue, I know.
Just sitting there with a cigar.
It's a touchy subject.
Yeah.
Did he get the hammer in the NFL, or was that in prison where he got that
personal. You know, it's a personal. It's a personal.
Are you with 54% of Americans who think homosexuality is a sin?
Do I think that's true?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I don't think they do. I mean, I think they can accept it on television because you flick the switch and it's over. You know, it's only when it's pressed against you and you have to make a decision.
Hey, talk slower.
You don't really think about it until you're forced to make a decision about if you like
red, by the way,
if you like this position that you're in, or if you feel uncomfortable in this position.
Fred, you're teetering, pal. You're teetering on the edge.
Yeah.
I don't think 54% of Americans think, I don't believe your statistics. I think that the people who are disturbed by it fill out the little forms, and people that are a little more educated and more liberal have better things to do with their life than fill out those forms.
Well, okay, we got to take a commercial. We'll be right back.
I love lobster. Boiled lobster, broiled lobster, jumbo lobster, baked stuffed lobster, steamed lobster, lobster Newburgh, lobster tail, there he goes again. Lobster roll, sauteed lobster. Did I mention lobster stew? Boiled
The Cook's Lobster House off the coast of Maine. They'll give you lobster just about any way you want it. But bring your Visa card, because you won't get a bite using American Express.
Sir, any suggestions?
There's boiled lobster.
Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Chevy Venture now has available seating for 8. Perfect for when you're expecting the unexpected. Chevy Venture. Let's go.
Hey, want to make a smooth $100 grand and win a free night of bowling with me? It's easy. Just watch the second annual Drew Carey April Fool's episode, spot what's wrong in the show, and the bowling, cash, and other prizes could be yours.
Wednesday, spot everything that's wrong with the Drew Carey April Fool's episode, and you could win $100 grand and bowling with Drew.
Did you catch that one?
Watch Drew, ABC Wednesday, sponsored in part by Dr. Pepper. This is The Taste.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the sky.
When you have it your way, it just tastes better.
Gather your family, friends, and co-workers.
Bring your bowling skills or lack thereof.
And join ABC7 and the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of America
For the 1999 Strikeout Crohn's and Colitis Bowl-a-thon on Saturday, April 10th.
Find out how you can have fun by helping out by picking up a brochure at one of the 4 Bowl-a-thon locations.
Or you can call 1-800-886-6664.
You've never seen power like this before. The Dirt Devil Vision. It's loaded with power you can see. The Vision is lightweight with swivel casters so it turns on a dime. It picks up more dirt than the best-selling Clean Air Upright. And instead of bags, the Vision vacuums dirt into an easy-to-empty container. The Dirt Devil Vision. Nothing escapes the power of a Dirt Devil.
Join us tomorrow when our guests will be Bobcat Goldthwait, Sheena Easton, Harry Evans, and Monica Crowley.
All right, we're talking about the discrepancies people have toward homosexuality. One of the big ones, I think, is between men and women. 2 men together kissing, I must admit that makes me a little uncomfortable.
Yes.
But 2 women kissing, hello. Well, you know, bound, we've all enjoyed that.
But it's about a shaving thing, you know? You know, beard scratch, make noise. I mean, that's just, you know, can't
Yeah.
You understand?
It's
It's about a shaving thing, man.
Dan Haggerty and Merle Haggard
Exactly.
going at it. That ain't right. It's like
it's about shaving.
Something could erupt, but their heads would take 6 teams of fire engines to put
but you know
that
what I
thing
mean? Like you saw Bound, right?
Right.
Very hot.
Well, I think because men, they're watching 2 women kissing and they're thinking, I'd like to get in the middle of that. And then they're watching 2 men kissing and they're like, I'd better leave the room before anything.
Society's version of what's aesthetically...